Ejala Kingdom. May I know who I'm speaking with? What? Where? Okay. I will meet you right away. Thank you. Look, our attention is needed, by the way.
Both of us?
Yes, both of us. Let's go. My princess, please take care. We'll be right back.
I hope there's no problem.
There's no problem at all.
Excuse us. We'll be right back. Take care. Take care of her. My princess.
Please, I need a drink. You go to the kitchen and get as many boxes as you want. I know you know.
No, I don't want champagne or any of that. I want fresh palm wine.
Okay, I'll save you. And that's because you're my best friend.
Thank you.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Going to pick a friend this afternoon. And he's still not back. What kind of a man abandons his newly married wife on the day they just got married? And I hope with this very the one that is driving me crazy is that the queen and the king are not even picking their calls. But I want the village to see them. But the village is too far. Oh my God. Just hope my husband is alright. Just hope he's fine, no.
You mean she has been calling you? Wait a minute. Did you take her call?
No, my king, I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't. She has been calling me too. But I don't know what to tell her. I'm completely confused. What do we do next?
My king, this is not the time to be confused. Rather, it is time to think like a man. Like the great king that you are. Please stop being confused, my king.
I think we should go ahead and tell her the truth.
That her husband, the prince, had an accident on his way to pick his friend after a traditional wedding.
But that is the only way out. We can't continue to hide it from her. She must be very worried and waiting for her husband to come back. You know how it is with these newly married young couples.
I think you're right. Thank God he did not die in the accident.
Yes, we thank the gods. So, how is he doing right now?
He's still sleeping. I just stepped out of the ward to talk to you, so I will not disturb him.
Have the doctors seen him since I left the hospital?
Yes, he just left his word about 10 minutes ago.
So, tell me, after telling the princess about the husband's condition, what next? My princess, I know you have been very worried about your husband.
Your Highness, I couldn't sleep last night. Please, did you or anyone hear from him?
Yes, we did. He is fine and very much alive.
What do you mean by that, Your Highness? if he's okay like you rightly said, why didn't he come home last night?
Daughter, just take it easy.
No,
It's not really what you're thinking.
I only asked a question. I didn't see him last night. I was very worried. Why didn't he come home?
My dear, your husband, the prince, had an accident yesterday on his way to pick his friend. As I speak with you, he's still at the hospital.
This has got to be a joke. Your Highness, you're joking, right?
My princess, please calm down.
My princess, the king will never joke with issues concerning the only heir apparent to the throne of this kingdom. I am not joking.
Is this true?
Come back. Wait. Take me for him. Let's go now. Calm down.
You've not said a word since you returned from the hospital. My princess, talk to me. How did it go?
I don't just know what to say. I'm totally confused.
What do you mean by that? You did not see your husband, the prince?
I saw my husband lying on that hospital bed, breathing with the help of an oxygen. Do you know my husband did not open his eyes to see me, let alone say the word to me, his newly married wife.
Lord have mercy. Is it that bad?
I wish you were there to see things for yourself.
These doctors are always playing with one's emotion. I don't trust them at all.
With what you just said now, are you implying my husband is going to die? Is that what you're saying?
Is there anything else you want?
Lunch, is it not ready?
It will be served in less than 10 minutes.
Make sure you're fast about it, because I'm famished.
As it pleases you, Your Majesty.
My king, do you think the doctor told us the truth?
I don't understand. But do you think there's any reason for him to lie to us?
He might not want to hurt us by telling us the truth.
Why do you think so?
He knows that Frank is our only child. Besides, the presence of Princess Jane, his newly married wife, could be a good reason for the doctor not to tell us the true situation of things.
My queen, every medical doctor is expected to say the truth about the health condition of any patient under their care. So, I see no reason the doctor has to lie to us.
Your Majesty, my husband, I don't know.
don't just know why my mind is telling me something else.
I greet you, Your Highness, King Chinedu Njoku, as the Gomba II of our great kingdom.
Greetings to you too, ANAEKWE. The eyes of the gods.
The gods you sent to my shrine said I am needed here, urgently. And I ask, is everything alright, my king?
Everything is not alright, ANAEKWE. The queen and I no longer sleep at night. What is going on?
Honestly, I am lost at that, Your Majesty. What on earth could it be that could snatch sleep from the eyes of my king and his precious queen? What?
I reported to you the case of my son a few days ago. And you said you will consult the gods and get back to me. And my son's condition is not really improving. What are the gods saying?
The gods have not said anything yet.
Does that mean the prince will remain like that? Can something be done?
Your Majesty, how we shall have answers to your question.
Your Majesty, what does it mean by that? How can he open his mouth and say the gods have not said anything? Why on earth would the gods not say anything?
I really do not understand what is going on here.
Your Majesty, we have to do something really fast. We can't allow our son to die.
May the gods forbid. Nothing will happen to him. My son will come back alive.
Yes, he will come back alive. We must do something to make him come back alive. Yes.
What exactly do you think we have to do to get him out of this present condition and bring him back home? Eh?
Honey, please. Honey. My love, you have to try to eat something, no matter how little it is. Don't worry, you would definitely walk with your legs again. Your father, the king, is making serious arrangements to fly you abroad for proper treatment. My love, I promise to stand by you through thick and thin. You're my husband, and I love you so much. Please, eat something. Please, okay? My love, please.
My daughter, how is your husband doing?
He's fine. He's sleeping at the moment.
I know it has not been easy for you trying to take care of him in his present condition. But I want to thank you immensely for your effort.
If I don't do it, who will do it for me? I'm only doing my work. I don't think anybody should thank me for it. Because not every woman will do what you're doing right now.
considering the circumstances surrounding this marriage, be a good woman. Thank you.
It's my cross. I'll carry it.
Once again, I would like to thank you for your persevering spirit. His medical trip abroad will be in 2 days' time. So I want you to prepare him early enough. We'll just hope and pray that everything works out well. Okay?
Your Majesty will not stop.
I know why I'm married.
Your Majesty,
Yes.
did you send for the chief priest?
No, I didn't.
So what is he doing in the palace at this time of the day?
I am the king. The chief priest is free to see his king anytime. I don't think that is a problem.
Greetings, a great king and queen of a Lolo kingdom.
Greetings to you, Anyadike, the eyes of the gods.
Greetings to you, eyes of the gods.
What brings the eyes of the gods to the palace this hot afternoon?
Indeed, the toad does not scamper in the daytime in vain. The gods have heard your cries. They have accepted your sacrifice. And finally, they have granted your request.
May their name be praised.
The prince, your son, will return to this land. But warn him to be very careful.
Eyes of the gods, what should we be warning our son against?
That the gods have not revealed to me. The message is, warn your son. Warn your son. Warn him to be very, very careful.
Very well, thank you, my princess. And you?
Fine.
Okay. How is your husband, the prince, doing? Any news from him?
He is fine.
Exactly what you said even before you traveled. Princess, I don't understand. Does it mean they don't give you detailed information about his condition or what?
My dear, they said he is getting better as the day passes by.
Alright. So have they been able to tell you when he will be coming back?
They have not said that to me. I just pray he comes back as soon as possible.
You know, his coming back is not even my problem. What bothers me is what his condition will be by the time he returns.
I can't wait to set my eyes on you again. The night is cold. I feel so lonely. Empty. I wish you were here to take away my loneliness. I miss you so much. I miss you. Good evening, Your Highness. I'm fine, Your Highness. Did you say my husband will be back tomorrow?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God! Yes! Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't
I can't wait. I can't wait to have you. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait, baby. I can't wait. I love you so much. I love you. Please come back for me. Come back. Whoa. What a beauty. Run away this time. Just pray that grab me out there, you baby. The long awaited time is here. What's wrong? What's the meaning of that drama you pulled out there? What's the problem? Jenny, what's the problem?
You've come here to question. No? Who do you think you are?
I am your wife. I am your wife. My prince, I want to know why you choose to embarrass me in the presence of everyone. Why you choose to embarrass your pretty wife. A wife that you have not seen for a very long time.
I don't see where this conversation is going. So I ask her, just stop pushing me and just leave. Okay?
What have I done wrong?
Leave. Just leave me alone before I lose my mind. Okay? Just go. You hear me?
My husband, please calm down. He hasn't gotten up to this.
Get out. Get out. Get out! Out. Move!
Cosmos, if you see what happened today, in fact, you needed to be there.
Okay. I know they there. I know see wetin happen. You when they there, tell me make I know wetin happen.
In fact, you still don't understand what I'm talking about.
Wetin dey worry you? Eh? Tell me, wetin dey worry you? You do always like use story, do long throws for person, and you know good. You know good. Now you there. Tell me what thing you see. You know one tell me. And you get one thing about your life when I know like.
What?
You do always this stingy. Very, very stingy. Ways to read it. I know that help your life.
See, Cosmos, I just wanted to make you feel and understand what
Arabai.
Fine, I will tell you. Oga pushed his wife away when she was trying to greet and hug him when he was coming down from the car.
Practically. Pushed. What thing happened? How did it happen?
Is that question for me? Are you asking me? Am I the Oga that pushed his wife away?
Hey.
But Cosmos, you needed to be there. She needed to see how sexy this woman was looking. You needed to see how endowed, how packaged. Cosmos, oh God.
You don't do. See, my Bible talk. See, anybody when they do this kind of thing what you do now, hellfire straight. You know, feel branch, even great person, you do go hellfire. And with the way you just do this your hand like this, if you take me as take away and I no go agree. I no fit. You say, Madam, fine for the clothes when she wear.
You say this.
Don't do because of hellfire.
Welcome, my son. I'm so happy you arrived your fatherland safely.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you very much. But I can't even pretend that I'm not happy. You know, I was hoping to come back here and then find you and Mom welcoming me, but that didn't happen.
Oh, you didn't inform me?
Yes, I know. The plan was actually to surprise everyone, including you and Mom, but I guess that plan didn't work out.
My son, we tried to cancel our holiday here in Ghana, but we couldn't make it due to flight issues. Don't worry, we'll be back.
It's okay, Dad. How is Mom, by the way?
She's alright. She's resting at the poolside.
Alright, Dad. My warmest regards to her.
Alright, my son. See you soonest.
Okay, Dad. See you then.
Your food is ready. Take off your clothes so you can go take your bath and come have a decent meal. Very much. I'll join you in the bathroom. I'm still willing to make you happy.
I want to ask you a question, Jay.
Go ahead, my prince.
Are you a harlot?
Beg your pardon?
It's only a harlot who dresses half naked just to welcome a husband who traveled and then have the entire community feast on a half nude body. So I ask you again, are you a harlot?
Now I see. Was that why you embarrassed me out there today?
You lack home training. You should get home training. Get it. Hey. What do you want here?
What sort of question is that?
Did you just respond to me that time? Do you remember that I am the crown prince of this kingdom? You talk back to me that way. Jeff.
What's all this? What do you mean by this? What's this all about? What? Prince, please. You've done enough bad to me today, than good. I am extremely exhausted. I need to get some rest.
Jane, wait. Like I used to tell you, marriage is not a bed of roses, you know. Please be calm. Things will be fine. Okay? It will be well again.
Mother, you don't understand. What are you saying? Do you know you almost killed me last night?
Oh, Jane, please overlook things. Di na nwunye be neta aghara ka eji aga. Inete erapu. Enyochazin everything. You know, go overlook, please.
Mother, he has completely changed. He's now a total stranger.
Seeing your husband as a total stranger will just add to your problem. It will not help you at all. Please. Inugo. Jane. Are you listening to me? Jane. Your call now? This girl is not picking her calls. What is really wrong with her? What is going on? I hope she's not planning anything stupid, because I will not support any rubbish act from her. No, I will not support. I will never support. Here. Hey, Jane, you have to pick your call, oh. You have to pick this call. I really need to talk to you. I want to talk to you. You need to pick my call. Huh? What is this? What is all this? What is all this? I don't understand.
What do you think you're doing?
What does it feel like I am doing? Please, sir. I am leaving you for good.
Are you serious? You're leaving me? Are you serious?
In the next couple of minutes you will realize if I am serious or not.
You should think this through.
You will.
Think. Do not take an action that you are going to regret. Just like it said.
What are you doing here with this bag? Don't tell me that you have come to my house to stay.
Mama, what are you talking about?
Go back to your husband's house. That is where you belong. That's what I'm saying.
I should go back to that beast? I'm not going anywhere. I won't go back there.
The earlier you start going back to that house, the better for all of us. Nabakwa o, na baby sinata, chebi rebi cherazo.
That your only child should go back to a woman beater. A man who nearly killed his wife over nothing. Mama, you know I'm talking. There's no way I'm going back to Frank. He's a devil. I'm not going back to him.
And that same devil paid your bride price. Listen, Jade. That devil is your husband. Yes. And tradition makes it compulsory that you will live in that devil's house for the rest of your life. Oh yes. And you listen to me. Do not allow the king and the queen to hear that you left your husband's house for any reason. Because it is an abomination. Marriage is for better, for worse. You get that into your thing. Nonsense.
Like I'm drowning.
Cosmos! Come! Where's my wife?
Okay, I done my own. She carried one big bag. Come on since morning. When I asked her where she to go, she said she don't go.
Come. Come. Stand. Stand. Have I wronged you in any way by giving you a job? First, I pick you up the street, clean you up, give you a job, pay you for it, put a roof over your head, put food on your table. And you choose to be this foolish? How much do I pay you every month?
Hey, okay. Now when I remember, I say make I tell you. 50,000 too small for me. Make you bring her up small because my problem don't increase. You can go to the plan.
Listen to me. You will have no thousand to your name if I come back tonight and my wife is not in this house.
Okay. Okay, maybe as I talk, you don't understand. Now me day she carry bag come meet me, not me carry gate meet her. Until when you give me small. What is this?
What? You came back here. What were you thinking? This is hilarious. What, you came back? Oh, what, you thought I was going to come after you? Huh? Huh? You thought I was going to run after you? Looking for you. My name is Prince Frank Choco, and I do not have time of the day to start chasing around useless and idiotic people like you. Hear me and hear me well, Jay. Next time, pull this kind of stunt around me. That will be the deal. Do you hear me? The next time we do this, You are not going to like my reaction, I assure you.
Welcome, honey.
Sweetheart,
Welcome.
welcome to my home. Please, I want you to make yourself very comfortable anytime you visit.
Okay.
Okay?
You have a beautiful home.
Thank you very much. So meet Tina, she's my sweetheart. I would like for you to make this house very comfortable for her whenever she visits. Alright? I don't see the food on the dining table. Where is the food? Jane. Jane? The food. Hey! The food. I called you. And I'm hungry and I'm coming home with a guest. You agreed to make food. Where is the food? Can you hear anything I'm saying at all? Is it a problem I have with you? Why is the food not here? Huh? Why do we not have the food here? Can you please start the food? Jane, I am talking to you. Goodness. Alright, so we're going to stand here and mope at ourselves all day. Okay. Now you see what I'm dealing with, right?
I can see.
Dealing with a total moron.
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
Be nice enough. Okay? So please. That way. Thank you very much. Can I have the food? I have a guest.
Sweetie.
What?
You didn't introduce me.
Oh, sweetheart, my bad. I'm sorry. Forgive my manners, darling. This is Tina, my sweetheart. Sweetheart, that is Jane. That's the wife they imposed on me as a crown prince. But not a problem. Time. We'll take care of her.
But it's okay, it's fine, it's fine. Chill. Go, 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 go. It's fine.
You can get the food now. We're really ready to eat. Please. See, she's moping again.
What's your problem? Get the food! Go!
You see what I'm dealing with?
Can you watch me?
I'm talking and then she stands there moping at me.
Hey.
You know what? Come to the dining. She's not going to kill our appetite. You know? She knows how to cook. You know? I have to give it to... Oh yeah, that's why I still, keep her around here. She's a fantastic cook. You're going to taste the food and you're going to testify. Apart from that, she's totally useless. Please.
Good morning, my prince.
That's what you want.
My prince, the cars. Sorry, the cars.
What happened to the cars?
I was meaning to ask the particular one we're using today. Sorry, my prince.
Is anything with you? You're asking me what car you're using today.
Is it Cosmo, if you see what my eyes saw a few minutes ago, hey! What's with that? I heard the prince and that lady making some funny sound. I heard the sound. It was real funny. I knocked. The prince came out. The prince came out half naked. But with the look on his face, I suspect something is happening. Something is going on inside that room as we speak. Something is happening. See your life. Like, you see, you use your two eyes. I heard how these two English take join. You see, and I heard they join. So now come on here, you hear from background, you don't even see. Now you decide. So with what you heard, you are not able to fathom what probably may be going on inside that room. I'm just trying to make you understand. How you go from what you hear, fathom what kind of a person are you? What kind of a human being are you? My Bible talk and say, no, they follow people when no holy, no associate with them. So because I came to tell you what I heard, that is why you think I am. Oh, good morning, princess.
How are you?
I'm fine, my princess. Good morning. I hope so you pray for us.
So I did.
Thank you, my princess.
Ave Maria. Wait. You know drive princess go church?
Oh! See your life? If I say to drive, no, the hungry again. You don't tire. To move something like this. Now you, way to do get man job, don't tire. Between me and you, who is better now? Look at you, the gate is open. Wide open. The princess just walked in. Okay, what if Namroba enter now? I'm waiting. I wanted to take the princess to the church. But she said no, that she wants to use public transport. So what would you have me do? Force her? Wait, you about that Amroba. Waiting today's date. Waiting be today's date. Which month today? Today's date. Now March I'll be April. March, Amroba they come to us December. I want to find month.
Baby, who's that again?
Jude, what is it? Jude, what is it? What is it? You.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's morning. Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
What's the problem? You look tensed.
No, I'm not tensed.
Why are you not in our room? I mean, why are you in the guest room?
So, say that again. What did you say?
Honey?
What?
Baby, please come give it to me. Come and give it to me, baby. Honey, come.
Princess, why kill yourself over a man that has vowed to make life miserable for you?
That same man is my husband, remember?
You don't need to remind me of that. Let me ask you, for how long do you intend to stay in this pain?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I feel like the whole world is crashing on me. That's exactly how I feel. I can't even explain it. I feel so terrible.
How do you mean?
Pat, my husband keeps getting worse by the day.
Did he ask you to leave the house?
Could have been better.
So, Princess, talk to me. What is it?
Pat. My husband now brings women into our matrimonial home and he sleeps with them right before me. What? Frank, what type of a man are you? What type of a father will you be to your children when you finally become one?
Mom, you're going around in circles now. Come on. It would be nice if you just, get straight to the point. Tell me what exactly you're talking about, because I'm still lost.
Frank.
Mom.
If your children grow up and start bringing women into their matrimonial homes, what will you tell them? As a father, as a man you are now, what will you tell your own children?
Mom, I don't get you. Are you implying that I'm irresponsible?
Sure you are. How dare you bring another woman into your own matrimonial home? Have you forgotten you're married? That your wife suffered so much to take care of you while you were sick. Is that how to show her gratitude?
Mom, you people who went into my regard.
Really?
Yes.
Next time I get such a report about you, you won't like my actions. You won't like what I would do to you. I bet you won't like it. Pinky, baby.
I can take anything from a man, but certainly not in sleeping with another woman before me. Especially when the man involved is my husband.
Easier said. What do I do? Tell me.
Don't tell me you don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. Obviously, I don't know what to do because I'm very confused.
The worst thing that can happen to anyone in your state right now is being confused. Listen to me. You must rise up to the occasion. If you keep quiet, you will lose this fight.
Did you say fight?
Yes, fight. You must fight for what is yours, or get ready to lose it completely.
Yeah, you. What exactly did you tell my mom? try not to pretend?
How?
Please, can you just cut out the pretense? What did you... You know what? I don't even care. This could be the last time you would run off to my mother to go report me. You and I are meant to be man and wife. Whatever happens here stays here. Do you understand me? I don't think that you can manipulate me into telling me what happens in my house. It is my house, my room. So when I say jump, you ask me, sir, how high? Alright? Stop running off to go and report me. It's childish. Grow up.
Hey. Yes, can I help you? So, you're the bitch that wants to snatch my friend's husband and send her out of our matrimonial home. Who is talking? Oh, it's you. Listen. If you ever call me names again, if you ever call me names again, you forever regret it. I'm still talking to you. Do I in any way look like the princess to you? And you listen to me. If you try me, I will bury you alive. Stay away from Prince Frank. He is married. Do you understand? Who is talking? Who is talking? Oh, it's you. Backing dog. I do not have time for mad woman like you. Now get off my way, please. Did you just call me a mad woman? And did you just touch me? No, did you call me mad woman? Did you just touch me?
Also, you're saying I did it. No, that's what you're saying. So if you didn't do it, then who did? Are you telling me that my Tina is lying to me now? No, is that what you're saying? No, tell me. You're saying that Tina is lying to me?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that is what you're implying.
Please, you have to
believe what? Listen, the only thing I believe is that you and I are done. You hear me? Yes, that's what I believe. This marriage is over. Okay? I can't continue with this nonsense. You see this charade that has been going on for quite some time? It's over. I can't do it. Get this part out of my house! Get your hands up. Get! I said get the part out of my house! Are you stupid? Out! This nonsense is over. I'm done, alright? Make me sick in the stomach. Listen, put this down. You see my mom's presence here is not going to change anything. You hear me? You don't want to change nothing. You're living and you're living for good.
What is going on here? Have you all come?
No. Welcome.
What is good about us?
She was just leaving.
Leaving to where?
We have an understanding that the marriage is
Where are you going? Fighting with your things outside. Hey! Come and take this inside. Keep those things and move your hands from them.
I
You
don't
want to destroy this marriage?
I don't want those parts.
You don't dare!
I don't want this man.
Shut your mouth! Shut up! Go inside. Quickly go inside! Frank, if you talk to me again, I'm gonna slap you. I will slap your face so that your senses will get you back into your head. What is wrong with you? What have you become a beast you are now? What is wrong with you? Get off my way. I'll hit you with this. Rubbish! My princess, please go inside.
Mom, you're interfering. Alright? You are interfering and I'm not going to accept it.
I want to clear your head. I want to clear your head. Because I know you've lost it.
That woman has to go, Mom. She has to go. We are done. This is my house. This is my house. We are done. She has to go. We are totally incompatible. She has to go. And that is final.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about what happened today. Please. Please. Calm down. This will not happen again. You won't repeat itself, I promise you.
Frank, I will never go back with you to the house again. Until she leaves.
You cannot say that now, right? Please. I mean, we have plans. You and I plan to get married. Whatever happened to those plans? Come on.
If you're really serious to get married to me, then divorce her. Send her out of that house.
Look, it's not as easy as you think. You have to give me some time. Please.
Then let me be. I am not a desperate lady.
This is your house. Therefore, you should not allow any woman to come to your house and intimidate you.
I've heard what you said, Queen Mother. I don't have strength for troubles. I don't want trouble.
Why do you keep running away from trouble? When you keep running away from trouble, or whatever that is chasing after you, it will keep coming after you. But once you decide and become brave to fight what is facing you, you will see it run away from you. Jane, stand up and fight for your right. Frank is your right. This house is your house.
The problem, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
Nothing good comes. That I can assure you.
Please, don't tell the king about what happened here today. I know him very well. If you tell him, he will not take it lightly with him. I don't want him to be having issues because of me.
Why do you want me to make such a promise to you? And don't you think telling the king about this will change the situation once and for all?
Please don't tell him, please, I beg you. Please don't tell him.
Jane, can I go home? Excuse me.
My princess, why is your face like this? What is wrong with you? What kind of a friend are you? Oh, tell me.
What kind of a friend are you? Huh?
The very one that loves, cares, and wants the best for a friend. Bloody man. You want my marriage to collapse, right? Beg your pardon.
Why did you have to go fighting my husband's mistress? Is that in any way your business? Is it?
Yes, it is my business. It is my business because you cannot fight for yourself. And if I leave you, that bitch will send you out of that marriage. My princess. God has given people like us the strength to fight for the weak ones like you. What? Calm down, my princess. Huh? So, calm down, let me get you something to cool off with. This is certainly not what you need right now. Huh? I'm not in the mood for that. My princess. Calm down. Calm down, let me get you something. When your food is ready, I was waiting for you to come join me inside. And I'm talking.
Stay away from me.
What were you trying to do? Slap me?
Did you just...
Frank, don't you ever think about it. Let alone raising your hands on me. Don't try it again.
You must have eaten something while I was asleep because you have grown wings, Jenny. Huh?
Let this be the very last time you will try that rubbish again.
Jenny, now talk back at me. Huh? I was going to tell you that I'll be going to my father's place today, and myself and the king will have a meeting, but pray very hard. Jenny, that meeting has nothing to do with you. Because if it does, and I come back to this house, you'll find that this house will be too small for you. Pray very hard.
Darling, I'll be right in this house waiting for you to come back and do your worst.
Princess, I don't seem to understand you. You mean you left your matrimonial home for the prince and that lunatic?
I don't want to die before my time. Besides, Prince Frank is not the only man on earth.
I just don't want to believe you're a coward. What kind of useless statement did you just make?
I'm very stubborn. I had no water in my mouth when I said.
So, why do you want to run away from your marriage? Do you even know how difficult it is to get a husband these days?
I'd rather remain single than to be in that hell called marriage.
Then I wouldn't want God or your mother to see me as part of the people that made you abandon your marriage.
I heard you, dear friend. But I only beg you to please permit me to spend just this night. And by tomorrow, I'm gone. But if you will not, please tell me now so that I can go. Because my mind is made up.
Hello, Dad. How are you doing? I'm fine, thank you, Dad. How is Mom?
We are doing good. Is your wife close to you there? I want to speak with her.
Oh, she's not around, Dad. She left the house yesterday.
What are you saying? You are joking, right?
Dad, I'm serious. She left the house yesterday. She hasn't returned.
You've not seen your wife since yesterday, and you didn't bother to tell me.
Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. I just, she just packed up and left, and I thought that she was going to return at her own time. So, I'm sorry, Dad.
You better go and look for her.
Dad? What is wrong with this man?
Really?
Yes.
Who are you talking about?
My father, the king, wants to know where Jane is.
Was that why he called?
Yeah.
Are you a guardian angel?
Ask me again. I don't know what it is with my parents and this girl. When I have you here, babe,
Sweetie, you know,
Making me happy.
please do not let them spoil this beautiful moment of ours.
They can't.
Forget them.
I just look at your beautiful face and I lose my mind, baby.
Really?
I'd love to kiss you. Can I just kiss you?
Oh, come give it to me, baby.
Just this one time. So sweet.
I know.
Your Majesty, what would you like to have for lunch?
On the beyond we do, with the egusi soup.
As it pleases your Majesty.
Woman, I believe that your son has gone mad. In fact, he has gone mad.
Your Majesty, how do you mean?
How can a sane man not know the whereabouts of his wife since yesterday? And he's yet to do something about it.
Your Majesty, are you saying that Jane is missing?
Going by what your son said, yes.
Are you sure our son has not thrown her out of the house?
He should better pray that such a thing didn't happen. Else, he will regret ever having me as a father. Where is that magnanimous pimp that calls himself my son? Frank! Come here.
What is it? What's going on?
Why did you send your wife out of the house?
I didn't send Jane out of the house. I wouldn't do a thing like that, Dad. Why?
You better find her or get ready to face my wrath.
Relax, Dad. It hasn't come to that yet. Okay.
Oh, I see. So, because of this prostitute, you sent away your wife from this house.
Look, it's not what
we shall see.
And what exactly is it that he needs to think?
Why are you shouting? What is this for?
Oh, sweetie, come off it. Stop deceiving yourself. Your parents knows the truth.
This nonsense has to stop. I am tired of seeing this shit in this house. Nonsense. How many... You think I will sit down here and watch this rubbish in that house? Nonsense. Rubbish.
Hey! So what is this now? What is this? Why are you doing? Do you know the implication of what you just done?
How many times have I wanted you to take this rubbish out of this house? How many times have I wanted you?
Ah, you're a mad woman. That's what you are. You are mad. You are mad.
Frank, you called me a mad woman. You have not seen madness yet. You have not seen madness yet. Rubbish. Take this thing out of this house.
Why have you come into my life to complicate it? Tina, what did I ever do to you in this world? What have I done to you? Why are you constantly looking for ways to make life difficult for me? Is it a wrong thing that I saw you, liked you, brought you into my life?
Please shut up. She belongs to your past.
You don't know the Quincy face that big one.
The one you brought upon yourself, she belongs to your past.
Hey! What is this? What have I gotten myself into? God, I beg you!
To see the beautiful one you have inside. You keep looking, searching on the outside when you have what you need and want.
You'll buy it for me. I want this beaded type.
You don't see it. Sometimes what you really want is right there.
Excuse me, I'll call you back, okay? 1 minute.
You think the grass is greener on the outside.
My in-law, you're looking so beautiful. How are you people? Are you don't even want to say hello to me.
Everybody. My people. They will soon forget that you people are royalty. They will also forget the smooth and sweet relationship that has existed between us and make serious trouble with you people.
My in-law, what is the problem? I don't like the sound of that at all. Is there anything the matter?
Questions. Questions. Why are you sounding as if you don't understand what I'm talking about? As if you don't know the direction I am coming from. Why?
My in-law, please. I am completely and totally confused. I am lost here. Talk to me in the language I will understand. Make me understand.
I see. Actually, you are lost. You are totally lost. Why has your son decided to play with the only thing that matters to me in this world? The only thing that adds meaning into my life.
Oh, Jane. My in-law. I am sorry. Don't be angry with us. We are at the top of the matter. We are making effort. We will find her. Just calm down. Just give us time. She'll be found. Alright?
You will find her.
Very soon.
Soon? Queen, I hope your son has not used my daughter for money rituals, so he can enjoy it with that harlot I saw him with today. I hope. I hope.
I do not know where my son-in-law, the prince, kept my daughter. For weeks now, no one has seen or heard from her.
Have you been able to talk with your son-in-law or anyone from the royal home about this?
Yes, but they are not saying or doing anything to find her. DPO, I think the priests have used my daughter for money ritual.
Madam, why would you say such a thing? Of course, you know the prince is from a wealthy home. Therefore, he cannot soil his hands with the blood of his own wife.
You don't know the children of nowadays. They are very desperate. I don't trust the prince. He can do the unthinkable.
This is a strong allegation. Come to the station immediately. All right.
No. Sometimes what you really need is right in front of you, but you don't see it.
Dad, why have you decided to drag the name of this royal family to the mud?
Father, you sound angry. What is the problem?
What is this harlot still doing in your house when your wife is out there missing?
Oh, well, Dad, let me explain to you. You see, Jane is not particularly the woman that I want to live with as a married man. This is the one that I want, and her name is Tina. Dad. Her name is not Harlot.
How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you?
Alright, Dad, I get it. Okay, I see your point, I understand. But I would appreciate it if you stop prying into my personal affairs, please. With all due respect, please. Please. Try not to pry into my personal affairs.
You will so regret this very day. Get me out of here!
What are you looking at?
It's right in front of you. You don't see it. Sometimes
what are you looking at? Fool!
Right there in front of you. Fail to see it.
That thing will come out from Igwe hand, go up, come down. Now slap, that is not my problem. My problem is the prince. Am I Igwe that slap him? Sometimes I don't understand the prince.
When you have what you need and want inside.
Prince Frank, did you use your wife, Princess Jane, for money rituals? DPO. Your question is preposterous. Why would I use my wife for rituals?
You are not expected to ask me questions. Rather, you're here to answer my questions. Now I ask again. Did you use Princess Jane, your wife, for money ritual?
I did not use my wife for money rituals.
So tell me, why haven't you done something meaningful since she was reported missing?
Who says? I have been doing everything meaningful, all to no avail. Isn't that why I'm here? You're looking for her, I'm looking for her. Everyone is looking for her.
Prince Frank, there is a petition against you that you used your wife for money rituals. You know the meaning of that, right?
DPO. I'm in your office now, and my wife is missing. What can you do for me? I need your help. I have a wife who's out there. I don't know what's happening to her whereabouts. Can we not get into the bureaucracy of the petition and just find my wife? Please. Tell me what it would cost. I would pay. I would cover the expenses, but I need your help.
Sometimes what you really need is right in front of you, but you don't see it. Sometimes what you really want is right there in front of you, but you fail to see it. You think the grass is greener on the outside.
What is that? Son, what is chasing after? Why are you bargaining here like something bigger than you is chasing after you?
Dad, where is Tina? Where have you kept her?
What are you talking about?
Oh, please, just stay out of this. Dad, where's Tina?
Get out of my sight this minute. Get out!
Now, do you think that I'm here to joke? No, you think I'm here to joke? That I don't understand why you want to make trouble with me. What do you stand to gain from this war that you want to start, Father?
Frank, are you alright?
I'm alright, Mom. Where is my woman? What have you all done to her? Where is she?
Get out of this palace before I order the guards to deal with you. Get out!
I see that you think that I am here to do it, Father. But I tell you this, I give you a 72-hour ultimatum. If you do not provide my woman, I assure you, you are not going to like the look of the civil war you're about to start.
Why are you reaching my mouth? Eh? Why are you in my plate? I said be calm, don't like noise. See, my way. I don't like people that is. Why are you afraid of us? Calm down, I have my way. No. Huh? Yeah. Did you see all these guys? Eh? They have a criminal inside their heart. So you're welcome to our world. Where will be death. It's your ultimate. No.
Please. Please. Wait. What do you want?
Who you are is none of your business. Eh? What we want from you, we'll tell you when we need it. Shut up.
I hate to see a pretty girl like you panic. What you should be talking about now is how to get yourself out from here. And you are panicking.
Sir, please. Please, sir, please. I would do anything. Anything, please. Sir, God.
Hey, listen. It is very simple.
Very simple. Don't misbehave. Because if you try it, I swear, and don't even try to escape.
I'll do whatever you want, but please. Oh, please don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Make noise now. See, your life is in our hands now. You decide what will happen to your life. Misbehave, goodbye. Shut up! See, I will go. See, if she make any noise here, you know where we did have it. She make any noise here, I want me to go. Sit down well. Sit down now. Come here! Come close now. You know, I don't be fine for. Come here, Mr. Olakoye. That's all. Come down.
Sometimes what you really need is right in front of you, but you don't see it.
Here, don't talk to your domot. Cosmos, where are you coming from?
I go church to go pray.
You went to church? Well, I understand that you don't love your job anymore, right? Oh, maybe you've saved enough money so that when you misbehave and they sack you, then you go and start up something.
Am I correct?
Which kind of stupid... You from church. Which kind of question can be this one? Cosmos, so this whole compound is not conducive for you to pray.
Cosmos.
Okay, no, look at this way. I don't dare here. Pray, sete, I tire. My madam no really come back. I carry myself, go meet God, make me and I'm reason face to face for a house. Now bad thing I do.
You did well.
Uh-huh.
You did well. Clap for yourself. Then wait, when Oga comes back, you will explain to him. It's simple.
Mama, any news yet?
The prince and his parents think that I am joking. But they will know the type of person I am when the time comes. They will know. They will know the type of person me, Beatrice, is when the time comes.
Mama, are you saying the time is not now? Because I can't keep being quiet over the disappearance of my friend.
She is your friend, and I am her mother. So, what are you saying? Are you saying that I'm not doing what I am supposed to do to find my missing child?
No, Mama, not at all.
Then relax and allow me do my thing. Just relax. When a woman is the way when a woman buy for more.
Jude, you mean Soga don't come back?
I thought you said that will happen. Why are you scared? Why are you fugitive? Eh? Don't worry, relax. When he comes back, both of you will settle. It's simple.
This thing where you do no good. This thing where you do no good. If now your own, I go cover for you. But if you reach my own, you no go even agree to cover for me at all. Jude, there is God though.
I don't have your time, Cosmos. I don't have your time.
Baba God. You know, say true, now your house I come. And as me and you sit down inside that church, they reason. I no take time to insult you, I no insult you anywhere. Can I just ask you one more thing? He say my guy, if you return, I beg. Do a man become mumu? So that I no go ever remember to ask me anything for this compound.
Cosmos.
I don't understand. You mean she's still alive?
Yes, she's still alive. But her condition is not good.
Baba, what do you mean by that?
What is that look on your face?
Papa, have you forgotten it is my daughter we are talking about here? I need to know what is happening to her.
You demanded for it to happen. Now it is happening. You do not need to worry. We are still in control.
What do you really want from the wife of the prince of the general kingdom?
And who on earth is feeding you with that rubbish?
Does it really matter? The important question here is, why did you lie to me?
I am sorry I lied, but trust me, it's not what you think.
You want to make me look like a fool?
I just said I am sorry.
For being sorry, you will pay me 20 million naira cash.
What? Where do you want me to get that kind of money from?
I believe that the prince will be glad to know that you ordered the kidnap of his wife. I need my money. If I look for the money, I didn't see the money. Then what will happen? You want to make me like a full hazard. You're stupid.
How can my own son label me a kidnapper? Do you know I would have gone into a very serious mess if not that I am a man of the people and with connection?
Please forgive him.
Forgive him, you said?
Your Majesty, you need to forgive your son. Please forgive him. Because he's our son, our only child. Besides, he's the heir apparent to your throne. You cannot change that.
Says who? Listen to me. Do you know I can decide to disown him and let someone else sit on that throne?
No, you cannot do that. Please forgive him. Has not gotten to that. Pico.
Over my dead body.
Your Highness, you will not die yet. Because my daughter is missing. Tell your ritualist of a son to bring back my daughter. Else, you people will not like what I will do.
What kind of woman are you? Why are you adding salt to injury? Huh?
Woman. Because the injury needed salt. If you ever had a daughter, you will know what it means to lose one. I warn you. Bring back my daughter. Bring back my daughter. And you listen. This will be my last peaceful visit to this place. Excuse me.
Now, did you hear that? Did you see that? Tell your son to get ready for me.
Your game is up! Drop your weapon! Your hands above your head! Walk out of the house one after the other! This building is seriously surrounded by my boys! Drop your weapon! I repeat! Drop your weapon! Hazard, I repeat! Drop your weapon! Your hands above your head! Walk out of the house, one after the other! This house is seriously surrounded by my men! What's the problem? Don't tell me the boys escaped.
Sir, I went in there, I didn't see anybody.
Are you sure of what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
How then did you say you got the letter?
Sir, I found the letter on top of the driver's seat of that van.
Let's leave here immediately. Follow me, follow me.
Look at them. Stupid men. So you think you can just come and get us like that? Fools. Shame.
What is the meaning of that nonsense you displayed over there?
I don't understand. What exactly are you
So you
talking
go
about?
about betraying people, right?
I said, I don't understand. Why are you sounding this way? I mean, what did I do?
Listen. Tell those idiots they sent to me not to try that again. If they try it again, I'll gun them down. Bring my money to me. I will not want you again. You know who I am. I am Hazard. And you get mental.
pointed at you. Why did you go that far?
You can't blame me for going that far, Mom. You know how father hates that girl with a passion.
Do I like her?
Oh, you don't, but you're quite civil in the way you do things. Well, you see the way he harasses the girl all the time. But that's not why I'm here. Here so that you can help me talk to him.
Me talk to him? No, because you know how difficult your father can be.
I know, but you're the queen. You're his wife. He listens to you.
But why did you do that?
What is that stupid boy doing here? Hello? What is that?
Why? Am I supposed
Go away from here.
Am I supposed to be...
Go away with that boy trouble. Just leave. When you were facing this way,
Eh? I said, what is that stupid boy doing here? Eh? Where are you running to? No, come back! Come back and face me. Come back and talk to me. Prince Frank. Prince Frank! You think you're a man? Nonsense.
Cosmos. I find it very difficult to understand this. Why this sudden change of profession? From a gate man to a pastor. What happened? Eh? Gate man pastor.
I don't get anything to tell you.
Yeah?
But wait until my God went to heaven answer my prayer. Because I don't say you will answer my prayer.
Amen. Amen. But it's obvious you're wasting your precious time. Yes, you're wasting your time. You've been praying for a very long time now, yet no result. Do you think a sinner like you is in the position to do this? Cosmos, listen and listen very good. The day you will lose this job, Cosmos, the day you will lose this gateman job, that's the very day you will realize how stupid and foolish you are.
Continue. No problem, continue. I'm not going to tell you anything. No. Make I just wait until my madam, Jen, come back. If I get talk, I will tell you. But for now, the only good thing you do for me, cover me, my God, break it, my God.
I'm not covering you. Just pray, God does not accept you. I'm not covering you for anything. Pass you.
Remember this.
Very wicked. I mean, what does whoever is keeping her want? What?
I can't tell. People are just mischievous. Yes, hello? Hello? Yes, this is Prince Frank here. Who am I speaking with? What? You have my wife? Where is she? Can you just send me an address so I can meet you guys right now? Hello? Okay. I'm listening. I'm listening, sir. I'm listening. Yeah, but I want to see her. I mean, we're all agitated. We have to see her. I have to find her. You can just send me an... Okay. Yes. All right. I'll do as you said. Hello, sir. Can I? Hello?
What was that? What did you do? Prince, what did you say?
This is a clear case of kidnapping. Some guy just called to say that they have my wife and they'll be keeping her until I comply.
So, what do they want?
He didn't mention it. He just said that I should sit by the phone. There's no call back and tell me exactly how much they want. So, just don't be here.
No, my friends. No. You will pay no money to anyone. We must involve the police.
No. Just listen. Leave the police out of this. Leave the police out of this. We can't do the police. You get the police involved, it gets tricky. I know how these things pan out. It gets tricky. Please, I beg you, in the name of everything that you hold sacred, just leave the police out of this.
So, how much do we ask for?
I think 10 million. Yeah, 10 million. So I can have 3 million. You have 3 million. And we can now give 4 million to the boss.
So, I'm so much in support of that. We should remember that we are talking of Prince Frank Njoko, the son of Ugumba II of Ejalolo's kingdom.
That is the main reason why you should pay us 30 million.
Exactly. Or no deal.
I believe he's a prince. He has money.
Yes.
And we need money. So he has to pay us money.
And he's going to give us
30 million of no deal.
No deal.
Now you be boss now. Wait till you talk now, they follow now.
You can see her. See that girl.
So, Hazard wants to double-cross me. A boy I picked up from the streets and taught how to survive even when there was no hope. How do I sit back and allow this boy go away with 30 million naira in a deal I arranged? Hazard, I can see you now a big boy. Get ready for the battle.
I don't want to be engaged in any discussion that has to do with that useless boy.
Your Majesty, he still remains your son. The heir apparent to your throne. You really need to forgive him.
Why will I do that?
Because he's really sorry for what he did.
I never disrespected my parents, let alone arresting them. Your son will definitely catch my wrath.
Your Majesty, I understand how you feel. But you see, this
discussion is over. Driver, take me out of here.
Inspector John.
Sir.
Get the van closer. We are moving these dead bodies right away.
Okay.
Fast.
Good afternoon.
So you left your duty post? Cosmos? You left your duty post?
Oga, no be ordinary comot, I comot. Now pray, I go pray.
You went to pray? As what? As the Pope? Cosmos? It is clear enough that you're beginning to take your job here for granted. You're pushing me. You are pushing me.
Okay, no be ordinary prayer.
Keep quiet! Hello? Yes, DPO, I can hear you. What? You found my wife? Where is she at the moment? How can I see her? What? Yes! At the police station? Oh, okay, I'll be with you right away.
Okay, I thought I said no be ordinary prayer.
Will you keep quiet and open the gate for me?
No problem, sir.
Police station.
Which side they see him?
Sometimes what you really need is right in front of you, but you don't see it. Sometimes what you really want is right there in front of you, but you fail to see it. You think the grass is greener on the outside and fail to see the beautiful one you have inside.
Hey! Shaddai. Aranazonwa. I know sir, you find Hannah for Bible. The same way you take find my madam. Now you find Abraham when you lost. No sir, you go find my madam.
Hazard. What a surprise.
You thought I was dead, right?
What do you mean by that?
Just a young lady. I hate it when you pretend. I know that. I am Hazard. I believe my number 6.
What exactly are you talking about? You're getting me confused.
See, the blood of my comrades are crying for vengeance.
Are you accusing me of having a hand in their death?
My vengeance. They must get.
What kind of a dream is this? Could it be that any of these boys escaped? No. I was told the police killed all of them. Hazard, you cannot scare me. The living and the dead have nothing in common.
The days of your laziness and stupidities are over. I do not want to hear that you left your duty post unless I or my husband sent you out. Listen, anytime you want to pray, since you have not turned an overnight priest, do it in your room or your duty post. Do I make myself clear? Hmm?
If you want to pray, do it in your room or your duty post. What did I say?
Madam, you declare if you want to pray, do it for your room, your duty post, or where.
Are you mad? Do you think I'm playing here? I said, what did I say? Now listen. Anytime you decide to pray, do it in your room or your duty post. If you try that during working hours, you will see the other side of me. Do I make myself clear?
Very clear.
Good.
But madam,
Shut up your mouth! Get out of here! I'm done with you. Nonsense.
Hey, oh God, why are you like this? Why you there like this? I know as you they treat others when don't die before me. See Pharaoh, them, all these people, you allow them, they come heaven before you give them their punishment. Why you go bring my own come meet me for earth when I see they walk that life? Prayer why they pray give you. God, I know side here say you get mind, but I don't know say you reach like this. Why you go get mind do me this content? You talk say you no go give us snack when be saying fish we ask you of. Now you still carry Moses' hand. Write for another of your book. Say you no go carry okripo stone. Give us when be saying bread we ask you of. Go to century 21 more snail. Say you no go give us ordinary thing if you don't be that bread. Why you can't get my do me this kind of thing? No be you talk. Me and you sit down. We reason one-on-one like real men. I pray, tell you say make you bring my madam Princess Jen come back. You go turn prayers when I pray give you. Go bring this Jezebel. Bring come back Madam Tina. Come carry and come back again. I know now she take do am. I don't know whether you die where people won't do am or saying that you command me to do am. But what I know say if you now you take bring Jezebel, come back when we send Isaac, I ask you of Mary Magdalene, I ask you of. Come carry Princess Tina, come out to bring my madam Princess Jen. Why? See what I want talk. I don't know where you do am. I don't know who you send. I don't know how you decide. Or say you did busy, somebody else can't do am on your behalf. But Baba. Carry this same woman, return am. Bring my Princess Jen, come back. This I ask you through Christ our Lord. Oh Lord, amen. Hey, one more important prayer. Baba, you know, a snake come out, me say, because say they know their house. Baba, make anywhere where they day, make the day there forget say they ever get house. Say again whether they pay rent or where they build house. Until I reach house, relax, chop, bath. Before they go ever remember to come back. Or if they don't come back today, tomorrow they're good. This we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen. I don't pray for madam. Pray for snaking. But this country. Amen.
When are we fixing our wedding?
What wedding?
Have you suddenly gone deaf? Or are you having ear problems? I said, when are we fixing our wedding?
you not think that it's a bit too early to be talking about your wedding now and getting to the very tedious details of planning a wedding, especially after the ordeal with the kidnappers? I'm thinking that, take some time off and, relax a little.
What's that supposed to mean? Can you tell me what's the meaning of that? Huh?
Yeah, okay, relax. Okay, calm down. Can we talk about this when I return? Please.
I hope you're not playing games with me.
Why would I want to do that? You want a wedding? We'll have to sit down and talk and plan, right? Once I return, we'll talk about it, I promise you. Huh? We'll talk about it.
Oh. Frank. I hope you're not playing games with me. You do not know what you've gotten yourself into.
Jane, wherever you are, I speak life into you. You will not die. Oh no. Nothing will ever happen to you until I am satisfied with the level of pain and agony I must have caused you. So shall it be.
Why should you say that? Are you serious? Okay, so what did you tell her? Let me call you back. Let me call you back. The battle has just begun. Very person that wants to wage war against me.
Like I warned you. I warned you, but you wouldn't listen to me.
I never saw it coming. I never knew she would go this far. I never knew.
That bitch has really beaten more than she can chew.
Sold me out to the police. She killed my comrades.
Nah, guy. You only die once. Let's end this thing once and for all.
No. Number 6. See, we're going to quit this trade for now. We're going to strike at the right time.
At the right time.
Number 6. She thought I'm still a small boy.
I'll break my palms. I'll crush her.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry. I'll let you know everything you need to know at the right time. I am Hazard. And it get better.
What a pleasant surprise.
Your Highness, I am highly disappointed.
And what is that supposed to mean, woman?
So you people prefer that cheap prostitute to my daughter?
I understand how you feel, woman. But I want you to know that I am not happy nor in support of what my son is doing. But I want to assure you that the police are seriously searching for your daughter and she will be found soon.
The gentleness of a tigress should not be termed for weakness.
Why accuse a man you know has no hand in what is happening to your daughter?
Baba, I don't want anyone to suspect me.
No one is going to suspect you. Have you forgotten? I prepared the charm in such a way no one will be willing to look for her. Have you?
But he said the police are looking for her and she will soon be found.
Woman, worry no more. Go home. No one will see her until you have destroyed her.
Thank you very much, Baba. I will forever be grateful and loyal to you.
Don't worry. I will see you at the meeting, okay? And we'll talk about it. No problem.
Father, what exactly is going on? What is happening? What is going on?
And what arrant nonsense are you talking about?
Why would your wife go to my own house to throw dinner out of my house? Father, my house. We don't live in this palace with you. No, we don't. Why would your wife do a thing like that?
Because twist your mouth backwards. How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you refer to your mother, the queen of this land, as your wife? So why have you suddenly lost respect and regard for your parents and the throne?
Father, what you have just said right now has nothing to do with what I am talking about. However, tell your wife to go find my woman and bring her back to me. Else, Father, you see this kingdom. You see this your kingdom will be too small to contain you and I. I tell you.
What is going on? Eh? Where have I gone wrong? Why did you give me this type of child as the heir to the throne of this kingdom? Why?
Hey, Ekweme. God, I say make I come thank you. I say make I come thank you for what you do for me. I be say you know the answer prayer, but with this one what you do so, you don't show me say you na talk na do you be. Eh? I won't thank you as you make queen. Come out that wicked queen, Madam Tina. Beat and come out for Moga house. Eh? God, I beg as they beat and come out so. May they beat my madam to come back. May they carry my madam come back. I beg. Eh? Now he make I carry this better chicken. The man has no need to chicken and come more. If you praise the big man for small one, what you do, you go do another one. Now half of my salary be this, so I squeeze and say make I buy this big fowl. Can't give you for the big thing where you do. If they do the fowl, so you go see say AMAECHI. God, I beg if you make my madam ever come back house. Now big cow, I go carry come greet you. My salary no go reach cow. I talk the one when God no go use punish me later. I go buy better goat. Can't give you. Eh? Make you Make you the manage this one. Now gradually, you're the manager. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Hey. Manage this one, just chop am. Chop am well. This one overgrow, oh no more, no put am too much pepper.
Why is he not picking my call?
Your Majesty, I have done that which you refused to do.
How dare you bring insult to me?
Insult to you? How do you mean?
Who authorized you to go and kick that girl out of that house?
Your Majesty, do I need anyone to authorize me to do what I'm supposed to do?
Your stupid act gave your useless son the impetus to come to my palace and insult me.
I was on the place. Did he come here today?
I forbid you from doing anything of such again in this palace without my consent.
Ebubedike, ara na-azụ nwa. Baba whom? Papa God not waiting me and you talk with this. Why be saying that today, when I carry myself gently, with better fowl, come your house, come give you. And you can still be the same today. Now this devilish woman come back to this house. Mpa. God, you check am now, you know good. Eh? You get the kind of people where you go see, you go see that hellfire, they go straight. Madam, no verse, no be the talk give. Now just talk what I want to give another person. Eh? No verse, me. Why be say every time you go they fight with you, go make you laugh? Aye.
Cosmos. So you are this scared of her? Who? Yeah? Who the yeah? Huh? You don't know see that woman did very bad. Bad person. I know. You get people you go see, you go just know see straight. Na hellfire they don't need to. I know. But Cosmos, the way I'm looking at you, from the very angle I'm looking at you, you will soon become jobless. Soon. Very soon. You become jobless.
Jude. From the angle when me ma they look you, this angle soon. Soon. You go become driveless.
Madam, you see what? Are you deaf? If you ask me such stupid question again, I will deal with you. My friend, lock that gate!
No, please, Simika.
Are you deaf? Do you want to see the other side of me?
What's the problem?
My friend, unlock the gate!
Why are you asking him to lock the gate?
My friend, lock the gate.
Or can we get house, Simika go lock the gate.
I said lock! You want to go out? Fine, go.
Open the gate, I'm going out. Let me see the car.
Lock! No! I said nobody is leaving this compound until I say so.
It's fine, just avoid the witch. Let her go.
No! Come and pass. Bueno, enter your car. Come and pass. You want to leave? I said you will not leave this compound today. Will you shut up? Will you shut up? Are you talking when I'm talking?
Any news about my daughter's whereabouts?
Honestly, Mama, I am tired of our police force. They keep saying they're investigating the matter. Yes, no results.
As far as I'm concerned, the police does not exist until they prove me wrong.
Then what do we do? What? You know, it sounds funny and strange that we have no useful information on our whereabouts.
I might be quiet over this, but that does not mean that I'm not working hard to find my daughter.
I just wonder where she could be and who is responsible for her disappearance.
Whoever it may be, we have me to contend with when the time comes.
Tina, why are you like this? Why are you doing what? Do you want me to miss my appointment?
Does it look like I care?
You don't care? Why are you being on wait? I have told you when I return we can have this conversation. Just open the damn gate, let me go.
I should open the gate as what? As your gate man? Do I look like your gate man? Huh? Listen, do not insult me. When you're ready to go out, you will go.
Tina, you're being unfair. Tina, this is not how you and I started. You are being unfair.
Okay, please stop making noise. Just do the needful and give me a wedding date. That's all I want to hear. Give me a wedding date. Please.
You keep looking, searching on the outside when you have what you need and want.
Your Majesty, the prince is in a very serious trouble.
Trouble? What kind of trouble? Is my son alright? Has anything happened to him?
Your Majesty, Tina. Tina is at the verge of destroying the life of the prince. I would suggest you do something about it before it becomes too late.
But what exactly are you saying?
My queen, you won't believe that the prince is like a slave in his own house.
Do you really know what you're talking about? Are you sure?
I am very sure. Your Majesty, the situation is more serious than you can ever imagine right now. You can go see things for yourself.
You are going nowhere.
Your Majesty, you don't seem to understand what I'm talking about here.
I don't care. If they like, they should go ahead and kill themselves. You are not going there.
Your Majesty, why are you doing this? Why are you being hard on your own child? Your son?
No true blood of mine will disrespect me the way he did.
Are you now saying the prince is not your biological child?
Don't put words in my mouth. Or is there something you need to tell me?
It's okay. Have mercy. Have mercy. Have mercy.
Mercy you will have. Okay? No one will kill you. I assure you that.
See! Who hit you? Did you say we dey see that your crocodile tears? Look, by the time we are done with you, you will see that mercy you ask for. Stupid girl.
I beg you, please. Oh God.
Quiet! I said quiet! Now listen. Listen! We were asked to kill you. Do you understand that? But because you have pleaded for mercy, we will not kill you. Yes? But we'll leave you here to your fate. We are nice, right? At least we are nice guys, are we not? Guys, let's get off here.
No, no. We can't just live like that. What? Now, can you imagine now? We are asked to do this. Can't pay this girl.
Why are you talking like that?
Nah, I bet this girl.
Listen. I know what I'm doing. Okay? Let's leave here.
I didn't go there.
I know what I'm doing. I said, let's leave here.
Nah, Ken, you have to go to Roma, man.
Guys.
Man, this is not true. I don't understand what you were saying on the phone. What actually happened?
Mr. Eric, she's no more here.
Who? I don't get you. No more here. Who is no more here?
No one can tell. She just disappeared.
Are you out of your mind? What are you saying? Did she vanish? Is she a ghost?
Mr. Eric, I can't lie to you. It's against my profession.
What is your problem? Are you out of your mind? Are you insane? I kept somebody under your care and you're telling me she disappeared? No! I don't... You must do something about this. What is your problem? Are you really a medical doctor?
That one. That one. He hasn't seen anything yet. Baby, don't you trust me? Calm down. Listen, by the time I am done with him, he will regret ever knowing me. Yes, now. Now what for you? Now you can talk this one. Don't mind him, Jerry. Yes. Oh, you heard me now. Eh? Don't you know what I can do? Eh?
Madam, do you realize I'm here?
What do you realize I'm here? Come on, get off the damn phone.
What's wrong?
Me this one. Get off the phone.
Baby, you know what?
Will you get off the phone?
Let me call you back, okay? I have Let me call you back.
Get off the phone.
What is it?
What is it? Get off the phone.
What is this? What's the meaning of that?
Freaking phone. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why did you not sleep in the master's bedroom? Why are you here in the guest room? What are you doing here?
Frank, I have told you, if you are looking for a sex mate, one cheap whore to warm your bed, go out there and get one.
Alright, fine, I get that. Am I not going to eat this morning? Why do I not have my meal on the dining table?
If you want a wife who would make you breakfast, act like a responsible man and do the needful. You know what to do. And please, don't even do that again.
I know what to do. What am I supposed to do that I'm not doing? Huh? I'm talking to you. Why are you a witch? What kind of a witch are you?
The one you brought upon yourself.
Clearly. I think I agree with you on that because I'm in trouble. Oh yes. I am in big trouble. I'm in a big mess.
And babe, before I was rudely interrupted.
Sometimes what you really need is right in front of you, but you don't see it. Sometimes what you really want is right there in front of you, but you fail to see it. You think the grass is greener on the outside and fail to see.
Did you break my kitchen door? Frank, I am talking to you. Did you break my kitchen door? Tell me, did you break my kitchen door?
Huh? Do not break your door.
Where did you get what you are eating?
Don't kill me. How are you a witch? What have I done to you? Why do you want to kill me? I gave Jude some money to buy me some stuff. That's exactly what I'm eating. What do you want? Your kitchen door is locked and you still have the keys. Are you forgetting that?
You and fail to see the beautiful one you
No
have
food for you in this
inside.
house until you do the right thing.
You keep looking, searching on the outside, when you have what you need and want inside.
Yes, I will look into it. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. Okay.
Oh, in this process, you might fail to get what you need truly, what you truly need. You don't know what you have until you lose it. You don't appreciate what you have.
Why are you standing there staring at me like that? What is the problem?
Your Majesty, please forgive me. In any way I must have sinned against you. Please, I am truly sorry. Forgive me.
What is the problem? Is there anything wrong with you?
Your Majesty, our son, my son, your son.
If he is the reason you are kneeling before me, then stand up and leave my presence. Because I don't think I can help you in any way.
In that case, you have to be ready to bury me today. I'm going to...
What do you think you're doing? Stop it! Will you stop it? Stop it!
Your Majesty, please, I love you. Go to my son. I love you. Go to my son. I love you. Go to my son. I want to go to my son. I want to go to my son. I want to go to my son.
Is that why you want to kill yourself?
Please, I beg you. Let me go to my son. I beg you. I beg you because I beg you because I love you. Go to my son. I love you. Go to my son.
I can see you're not afraid of me. What brought you to my house and who gave you my address? I see you've grown wings. Well, you know what? I will break them. How dare you talk to me in that manner? Listen, let this be the last time you go to my husband's house or his parents' house to discuss me. Do I make myself clear? What husband are you talking about? Are you married? Well, you can answer that yourself. That's a rhetorical question. Like I said, the next time you cross my path, you will not live to tell the story. That is a promise.
Why do you want to take your own life? For a son that does not want to see or follow the truth.
Your Majesty, I know Frank our son has not been the good child we wanted him to be. But that should not make us turn our backs completely on him.
Have you not heard the saying? Cut off your left hand if it is going to lead you to hell.
Your Majesty, are you not saying our own son will lead us to hell?
Forcing him to do the right thing might make me do something I may regret tomorrow.
Your Majesty, you're not going to regret anything. No one cuts his journey to a very important place on the road. We have to keep going until we get to our destination. We cannot leave our child just like that. We cannot abandon him. We have to keep molding him, keep talking to him, keep doing the needful until he becomes a better person. I know he will change. There's something wrong on our
Father, I know that I have wronged you. I know that I'm not worthy of your forgiveness, Father. But as a prodigal son, Father, I have come to seek you.
Get out of my palace! Get out!
Father, I understand how you feel. Whatever judgment you choose to pass on me would be right, Dad.
Are you conversant with the saying, cut off your left hand if it is going to lead you to sin?
And another one said, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespassed against us.
I have trespassed against you, Father. Please, forgive me.
You will not marry that girl.
Daddy, I am in love with this girl, Daddy. Allow me to marry a woman that my heart beats for.
Frank, why don't you want to listen to us, your parents? Huh?
What becomes of your real wife, Jane, when she comes back? I strongly believe that she's still alive and that she will come back to you.
I hear you, Father. But what if she doesn't? What if she's dead?
I still wonder why my son is bent on marrying that girl. Children of today find it very difficult to listen to words of wisdom. If I insist on not attending this wedding as his father, what will people say?
Your Majesty, you have done your best as his father. So do what is expected of you and leave him to his fate.
I thought you were sleeping.
How can I sleep under the present circumstances?
Sense of mind shoot someone on their wedding day, no matter their differences, no matter what the problem is. Who could have done this?
Your Majesty, this society is planning something I don't know. But Your Majesty, does the prince, our son, have a problem with anybody?
Were you not there at the hospital when I asked him the same question? And he said no.
How about it? Does she have problems with anyone?
Woman, please. I am not the right person to ask all these questions. Excuse me. Huh?
You guys are wonderful. You can say that.
Miss Pat, you really want to hear the truth? This is what we do for a living. This is who we are. We deliver whenever we are called upon.
Obviously. I mean, you're simply the best.
Thank you, madam. We are happy that you are satisfied with our job. So, do you have our balance?
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
So let's go.
Alright guys, I have to run now.
Wait, why's not in a hurry?
I don't want any form of suspicion.
Alright.
Thank you guys.
Too early for you. I can see the door.
One lekwe ego. Lekwe ego. Lekwe ego. Nigga!
This is cash, man. Sit it down, How much is our bill? 700. Bring more drinks. That's money. There is money to spend.
This time around, let go stand.
My king, behind every ugly situation is found an ugly factor. Your son is under a serious spell. Yes. The girl that cast the spell on him wanted him dead. She wanted to kill him so that he would die without getting married if he fails to marry her.
And who is this girl?
Your Majesty, the hunter should not concern himself with how the antelope jumps over the grasses, but he should concern himself with how to aim and shoot. You should be concerned with what to do to avert the situation on ground. Because the very girl, the girl in question, is the same girl that your son would have married some days ago.
Tell me what to do, Anyadike.
I will give you something which you will add in his food. If he eats the food, that thing will neutralize the charm that he has already taken into his system. That is that. And he will be free.
You mean my son ate something that makes him behave this way?
Yes. Well, take. Make sure you put it in his food. Make sure he eats the food before the end of tomorrow. Leave the rest for the gods.
Your Majesty, how did Anyadike know all this?
What kind of question is that?
Your Majesty, I just want us to be sure of what we're doing. Because all this while he has not said anything. According to him, the gods have not spoken.
They have finally spoken to him. Please, let's do what they are asking of us.
Your Majesty, I don't want us to make further mistakes. I just want us to be careful.
Please, please, don't push it. The gods are more than us.
The wicked must not go unpunished.
Why don't you be plain so I can understand you?
Time to avenge the death of our comrades. It's now.
I have been waiting patiently for this day. I can't wait to look Pat in the eyes and judge her.
everything you need to know and do is in there. And it will be solved.
You know you can always trust me on that.
I believe you. So,
akwa nebe metụkwa gị n'obi onye nwe m ude na-asụ metụkwa gị n'obi onye nwe m zam 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 Jehova zam ekwekwala ka ihere mee nwa gị biko zam ka ha weda n'ala si Jehova gị onwe gị bụ Jehova. Baba, you won't tell me say you know the hear my prayer, or you won't tell me say you know they see everything when they happen. Baba, make my princess Jel come back, or if she don't come back, I will carry my bag, come stay here. By the time I stay for the house, I beg you, she just come back. What did they do?
I'm here, Christmas.
So, you won't tell me say Princess Jane never come back?
Did she tell you she's coming today?
I see her for church, she tell me say she dey come.
You have serious malaria. Malaria, that's the problem. Make sure you keep this to yourself. Do not say it to anybody before you land yourself into trouble. Do you understand me?
Cosmos!
Sir?
Where were you earlier today?
I go pray.
You want to pray? Listen, I need you to man this gate properly today. Do you hear me? No one is allowed to get into this premises except, of course, for my parents, the king and the queen, and then my wife, Princess Jane.
Yes, sir.
Am I clear?
Got it.
Hey, thank your God. Just thank your God.
Mention it.
You're very lucky. Very lucky.
You see, no fear. I know God where I serve for heaven. Eh? Where I learn how to pray, now for cherubim. Where I go pray, now for Ikanka. But presently where I worship now, good. Who you go ask? How you say you die like when Moses died like 50? Ask me and Moses for Bible. At the same prayer school we go.
Thought I was dead. Right?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Please.
You don't go shut up, make I shut up for you.
What did you hear my name go wrong? You asked me to kidnap and eliminate Tina because you took over your personal husband. You think I know that you wanted out of the way because you actually wanted the same outfits. Now my men are dead. Ask me for
Spare my life. Please spare my life, please.
Jessica, some more.
Please spare my life. No.
I just thank God for saving and keeping me alive today. Princess, this your story is something else.
In fact, I don't even know what to say. I'm completely confused.
My dear, you have really fought a big war with death. But we thank the gods for saving your life.
Honestly, I am so happy to be alive to tell the story.
You must take me to that hunter that saved your life in the forest. He deserves to be rewarded.
Okay, I'll do just that. But first, please, I would love to go and see my mother. Because I know she must be heartbroken after my disappearance.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You need to go and see her as soon as possible.
We will go with you.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you.
It's okay. You're welcome back. Thank you.
We lost the young lady.
Huh? You mean Pat is dead?
Yes, she's dead. Unfortunately, she died before we arrived. Okay? I want to specifically thank you for putting a call across to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. As a matter of fact, you're a good neighbor and a good Nigerian as well. A good citizen for that matter. Thank you so much.
Officer, immediately I heard the noise from her apartment. I sensed trouble. I knew something was wrong. I decided to call you people. But I didn't know she would be dead before you people arrived.
Oh, it's a pity. It's a pity we lost her. But once again, I want to thank you. Thank you so well for putting the call across to us. I appreciate that, okay? This is what we tell every Nigerian citizen. Call us on phone when something like this happens. I appreciate you so well. Meanwhile, if any need arises for us to call at the station, I will put the call across to you, okay?
That's no problem.
Thank you.
I will answer.
It's okay. Officer?
Sir.
Push them inside the vehicle.
Sir. Oh yeah, move inside the vehicle. Move inside! To be criminal. Jump inside! Now to jump this really, you go jump inside. Move inside.
Hey! Jade! Jade, oh, hey! My daughter, I have been the one behind everything you have been passing through. What are you talking about? Mother, what are you talking about? I made Grace Frank hate you with passion. I made him divorce you.
Beatrice.
I said that accident you had because I wanted you dead. But I didn't know how you managed to survive it.
Beatrice, you did all this to your own biological daughter.
No, Igwe. She's not my biological daughter.
Beatrice, what are you talking about? What is wrong with you?
So tell us. Please don't say this. Don't say this kind of things to me. What's going on?
Yes. She's not my biological daughter.
What's wrong with you?
Her mother died while giving birth to her. Jane, I made your father marry me. Before he died, he willed everything he had to you. He left 150 million naira in an account for you.
Hey!
Beatrice.
Wait. He left houses and even landed properties for you.
Beatrice, you are evil. So you perpetrated all of this. And then you have the guts to accuse my own son, the prince of this land, that he was using your daughter for rituals. UGEZU.
You don't deserve to be witch. I forgot what? Yeah, but what?
Mother, when you told me father left nothing for us, you told me he died a poor man, and his people wanted you dead. Which is why she never allowed me go visit them. That's what you told me.
That was because I never wanted you to know the truth. I wanted you dead so that I could take over the money and the properties.
Die. Witch, die.
You're not my mother.
Yes. So die.
Please
tell me.
Tell me.
Who am I? Who are my people? Where am I from? Where am I from? What's my road?
Calm down.
Mother, who am I? Where's the property? Where's the documents to all their property, the money, the house, where are they?
Don't worry, I will tell you everything.
Leave me alone!
Please,
leave me alone, I'm
Father, first off, I want to say thank you for accepting to come. Thank you, Mom, for being able to convince Daddy to come. But I know that I have hurt you, that I haven't
lived up to your expectations, Dad. I have hurt you through my actions. But Daddy, I have invited you here today to apologize to you. And to tell you that I am truly sorry. For now, I know better. Daddy, please forgive me. I want to be in your arms again as your son, Dad, for I have nowhere else to go. Please, let the hurt go and find it in your heart to forgive me. Please. It's all right, son.
I understand. Life is like a journey into the unknown, and we must live it one day at a time. I'm glad you have learned your lesson.
My love, I'm sorry for the hurt, for the insults, for every time that I treated you less than you actually are. I am sorry. Jane, please forgive me. I have come to realize that you're not just my wife, but a gift to me. I've come to that realization, but I just hope it's not too late. Please, baby. Find it in your heart to forgive. For I know no other person that I intend to do this journey, to get on this journey with apart from you. No one else is fit, no one else qualifies more than you, God. If you just forgive me, I promise to be a better man right in front of you. If you just forgive me and give me another chance, I promise to do right by you. Please, my love.
This is my daughter. Please forgive him. You said you were going to do everything I asked you to do for me. You made that promise to me. Now I beg you to please forgive him. For my sake, forgive him. You know he didn't act on his own. My daughter. He's a better husband now. What do you think?
Please, baby. Now I know better. And I know that I do not want to live the rest of my life without you in it. Please. Please. Please, baby.
Sometimes what you really need is right in front of you, but you don't see it. Sometimes what you really want is right there in front of you, but you fail to see it. You think the grass is greener on the outside and fail to see the beautiful one you have inside. You keep looking, searching on the outside when you have what you need and want inside. In this process you might miss what's meant for you, the one that's meant for you. Oh, in this process, you might fail to get what you need truly, what you truly need. You don't know what you have until you lose it. You don't appreciate what you have.